Good morning. George Brown College is located on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and other Indigenous peoples who have lived here over time. We are grateful to share this land as treaty people who learn, work, and live in the community with each other. Please remain standing if you are able and willing to join in the singing of our national anthem. And remain standing for an honor song performed by Kevin and Dakota Myron.
Ton bras, c'est bon.
you, Kevin and Dakota. Please take your seats. On behalf of George Brown College, I welcome you, our graduates-to-be, family, and friends, to George Brown College's convocation ceremonies for the class of 2025. My name is Janine Christensen, and I am the registrar. It is my pleasure to serve as your MC this morning. We have gathered to recognize the achievements of graduates from the Center for Arts, Design, and Information Technology. It is now my pleasure to introduce the members of our platform party. I invite them to stand as they are introduced. Welcome to Jeff Smith, Chancellor of George Brown College. From George Brown College, Dr. Gervin Farron, President. Dr. Eileen DeCourcy, Vice President, Academic. Dr. Anna Rita Moraes, Dean, Center for Arts, Design, and Information Technology. Sonali Kohli, who will be introduced later in the ceremony. Your amazing faculty, staff, and Associate Dean Albert Dennison from the Center for Arts, Design, and Information Technology. Please stand. Faculty, please stand. Michael Herrera, Senior Vice President, Institutional Planning and Chief Financial Officer. Ian Wigglesworth, Associate Vice President, Student Success. Mona Madaresi, Chief of Staff, President's Office. Please take your seats. I now invite President Farron to open today's convocation ceremonies. Mr. President.
It's so wonderful having the opportunity to see everyone here in support of our students and soon-to-be graduates. With that, I'd like to say hello and welcome to the 2025 George Brown College Convocation. Graduates, please. Graduates, family members, friends, dignitaries, Chancellor Jeff Smith, members of our board, faculty, and staff. It is indeed my honor to be here with you today, as well as to serve as president, to recognize the achievement of each of our students, soon to be graduates. And of course, we know that this is an important milestone in your lives. It's a milestone that's been earned by your hard work, as well as your dedication to your education and your career aspirations, and in fact, aided by the commitment and support of faculty and staff, individuals who are here, and individuals who have been a part of your journey throughout this entire period. Why don't you give an applause to them as well, please? It's my opportunity at this time to turn my focus to our graduates, our students, and to recognize that this is a special spotlight in your life today. I also feel that you should certainly absolutely have a sense of gratitude, gratefulness, but most of all, pride, and to be proud of your achievements. I also want to acknowledge that for many of you, this also can be a sense of a bittersweet moment as you reflect on the transition from being a student to a graduate. Simply defined today as you walk across the stage, as you get recognized, because it's your convocation. Well, I'm also very, very confident that the skills, knowledge, and experience that you have gained here at George Brown College will certainly be assets for your future, whether in terms of your career, but most of all in terms of your success, growth, and development. Along with that, I think it's important to keep in mind a few considerations. Of course, the first one I think that's so important is to recognize that your success has been a product of your hard work. And in fact, at times, your sacrifice, as you've chosen to spend that late night studying by way of example, when others may have been sending you some very, very interesting selfies. Well, today is all about your celebration, your recognition of your success. And in fact, today you're joining more than 285,000 George Brown College alumni members who have gone out to help shape the country, the globe, and I know that you'll be joining them as well in making your own contribution and joining them as a part of the cohort of lifelong learners. Well, I think it's also important to recognize that this is an extraordinary time period. There's extraordinary things occurring, of course, but it's also an extraordinary time period of innovation and possibility. And while, without question, there are challenges, it's important for us to remain energized as well as to have an optimistic view of the future. And as part of that, I'm certain that your education here at George Brown College has equipped you with the critical thinking skills and the career-oriented competencies that will assist you in fulfilling your career path and dreams and aspirations. I'm equally confident that the values that you've also learned will also energize you, and it will inform your influence and your impact at your work, in communities, as well as beyond. And I think through that, your actions can be focused on contributing to creating a better world, a better place for us all. In saying this, I think it's also important to recognize that aiding even one individual, one person, can represent a significant change and improvement in their lives, and consequently, your opportunity to contribute to humanity as a whole. Well, through all of this, it is important for us to also maintain and never lose sight of our moral compass. And as part of that, it is important for us to recognize that our moral compass defines our brand, as well as ultimately shapes your legacy. It is also difficult at times to translate our moral sentiment or compass into words, because often it's guided by a set of feelings or even a sense of empathy, grace, humility, and a regard at large for humanity. I would then, and therefore, like to share a few points with you as it relates to this, and some of the things that help shape my day-to-day and have shaped my path. The first one, and again, through it all, and we all, anyone that's been on the planet for, and I have to admit now, decades, in that regard, we see a whole series of changes that take place. But through it all, I think it's important to remain and have and maintain a sense of hopefulness for the future. I also think it's really important as we think about your education to recognize that education is likely the best investment that you'll ever make. It's been my best investment, and I think it's also, when you reflect on it over time, you'll find it to have been your best investment. I think it's also important that we recognize our shared responsibility for creating an inclusive Canada and indeed an inclusive world. And as part of that, that throughout it all, that we maintain a level of excitement about the incredible gift that we have in being on the planet, being alive, being engaged with others. And as part of that, how it is that we can harness the knowledge that we've all gained through our education for the betterment of humanity as well as future generations. And of course, that how we manifest our hopefulness and our sense of optimism is actually through our actions of kindness and a sense of possibilities. It continues then to be important that we maintain our critical thinking skills. And as made mention, humanity and harmony with our environment being fundamental to what informs our choices and decision making. Well, it does bear value in repeating that statement that I believe your education will be the best investment that you'll ever make. And if you take a moment to reflect on that, part of the reason why I emphasize that is because I believe education changes lives. And if you think of your journey here with us at George Brown College, I'm certain that you would, others would, indicate to you that it's been life-changing as well. And we're so pleased to have been a part of that journey. At George Brown College, we are diligently focused on fostering a safe and accessible and inclusive learning environment. We strive to make the college a place where all students see themselves represented on campus and where all feel welcomed and supported. We value diversity, inclusion, and equity. We all benefit from recognizing our shared obligations to truth and reconciliation in honor of the Indigenous peoples of Canada. We gain an incredibly enhanced global view by welcoming and supporting international students. We create hopefulness by our efforts to act empathetically and with grace and in recognition of our shared humanity. I believe that all of these points expressed should, of course, be commonly shared values. However, I think it's also important that we do take the time periodically to both reinforce them as well as to re-engage with our commitment to justice, equity, and indeed humanity. Again, these may seem like heavy topics, but through it all, it really is a moment to congratulate you on the incredible phase of your post-secondary education right here at George Brown College. I really do believe it will serve you well throughout your life and your careers. At this time, I know the future is open to you, and the future is often that next minute, tomorrow. So what I'd ask you to do is that wherever your career takes you, that you do take the opportunity to keep in touch. We'll keep the lines of communications open at our side. We'll always welcome you back here at George Brown College, and we always know that you are a member of this incredible community of individuals that make up the alumni members of George Brown College. So with that, congratulations again. Finally, I think that your experience and your education at George Brown College will no doubt shape your vision. It will shape your capacity and your contributions in your profession. It will shape your contributions to your communities, to Canada, and indeed the world. And we look forward to seeing what you will do in the future as well. And with that, miigwech, merci, and thank you so much. Congratulations to each of you. Now, just before I step away from the mic, I would just like all of you to thank an incredible group of individuals who have, over this week, put so much effort in making Convocation and this experience so special for each and every one of our graduates and everyone that's attended as well. And I'd just like to ask you to give them a round of applause, all those individuals that directed, supported, and of course, our registrar, Janine. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. I now invite our new Chancellor, Jeff Smith, to deliver his address. Mr. Chancellor.
Thank you, Janine. Okay, here's the formal part. Mr. President, George Brown College faculty and staff, family and friends, and most of all you graduates. Now here's the informal part. Hey everyone, it's great to be here with you today. I can't tell you how much I'm enjoying this week. And I have to tell you, it's a great honor for me to be Chancellor of George Brown College. But as you just heard from Janine, I'm the new Chancellor. You are all the veterans in the crowd. You've been here a few years. You're ready to move on with your life. I'm the freshman coming in. I've got a lot to learn in this position. But I want to tell you just for a minute, if I can, why it's such an honor for me to be standing here before you today. And I want to do it this way. Until recently, I was the CEO of a big construction company called Ellis Don. Maybe you've seen our signs around. And in any construction company and in any discipline, and certainly the disciplines, the technical and information technology disciplines here today, technical expertise is very important. So I hope you all studied extremely hard. But I also want to tell you that Ellis Don was not built on technical skills. In fact, we very purposefully built it, and I attribute pretty much all of our success in building it to the fact that we base it on a clear set of values. Values such as mutual trust, such as transparency, such as generosity of spirit, entrepreneurial enthusiasm, and believe it or not, kindness. We talk about those values all the time. At Ellis Don, there's no mission statement, but we have crystal clear values on which we will not compromise. And what we found over the years as we became more involved, with the various colleges around, is that there is one college that most clearly represents those values in the faculty, in the staff, and most importantly, in the students that they graduate. And that, of course, is George Brown College. We love at Ellis Don hiring George Brown College. And by the way, we're trying to figure out how to digitize the construction industry, so we may get a chance to talk to some of you graduates today. We love hiring those graduates because of the people they tend to be, pure and simple. So that's why it's a thrill for me, a great moment of my life to be standing here before you today, and I'm going to do the best job I can. Now, a few words to you grads, because that's why we're here today. Congratulations, well done, it's fabulous. Give yourself a round of applause. And listen, I know that you're not graduating into the best economic moment in Canada or the best geopolitical moment in the world. Dr. Fearon described it, I think, as exciting. I think that's possibly a bit of a euphemism these days. There's no question that at times coming to you, your optimism, your determination, and your resilience will all be challenged. And listen, let me get the bad news out of the way. It's not just these times. Life has an unfortunate habit of knocking you around from time to time. That's going to happen. But here's the good news. In all that painful falling down, and in all that redemptive getting back up again, you will find great joy. You will find great adventure and great joy right along the road. I promise you that. And because I'm about 150,000 years old, and because they gave me this fancy robe to put on this week, I'm going to suggest to you how to maximize that joy. Because joy, to me, what I've learned, is all that matters. Joy is where your happiness will come from. And I'm going to give you just one thought that I hope you might find helpful. Listen, I've been in the construction business for 45 years. They are now tearing down buildings that I helped build. That's just the way it is. But after all that time and all that work, here's what I've learned. I couldn't care less about these buildings. It turns out my life and my career were never about those buildings, and it was never really important to me the things that I did. In fact, it's been entirely about the people that I did those things with. They are where my happiness came from. They're where my sense of accomplishment came from. They're where my life's meaning has come from. I'm actually pretty certain that you could spend your whole life doing something you really, really enjoy, but with people you don't like all that much, and you'd have a pretty miserable time. On the contrary, however, you could probably spend your life, and you will spend some part of your life doing things you don't really enjoy. But if you spend it with people you adore, you will have a fabulous time and a terrific career. I mentioned to you a few minutes ago, Ellis Don doesn't have a mission statement. What that means is that Ellis Don has no idea where our company will end up. None. And we don't even care about that. But we do have a very clear purpose: to deliver great careers to people who share similar values. We may not care where we're going, but we care a very great deal about how we get there. And more importantly, about the people with whom we're going down life's road. For me, that now includes all my new friends at George Brown College, and that's going to bring me joy, I promise you that. I'm looking forward to this. When I look back now, all I think about are the great people I was able to work with and about the fun and the great adventures we had together. So let me put it this way to you. I'll suggest this to you. If you hang out with smart people, you will be smarter. If you live your life with generous people, you will be more generous. And if you hang out with, where are my words here, nicer people, you will become a nicer person. Happy people, you'll be a happy. It just works that way. And so that's my one idea. Spend your life to the greatest extent with people who bring you joy, and you will want for nothing. That's it. Okay, listen. I've heard of... Clap. Yeah, go ahead. It's not from me, by the way, that I'm asking applause. I got these ideas from other people. I learned, but it's important. And have some fun today. Okay, listen. I've heard about 1 million speeches in my life. The very best ending to a speech I ever heard was from a guy named David Johnston, who was the Governor General of Canada. He's now the ex-Governor General of Canada. He finished his speech with these simple words, and I give them to you now as his gift to you. Be nice to others, and go easy on yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. I now call upon Dean Moraes to introduce our keynote speaker for this morning.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, George Brown College faculty and staff, graduates, family, and friends. It is an honor to stand before you today on this extraordinary occasion as we celebrate the accomplishments of the graduating class from the School of Computer Technology. To our graduates, congratulations. I hope you hear it many, many, many times today. You arrived at this moment through hard work, through late nights, complex code, debugging marathons, group projects, and countless breakthroughs, large and small. You persevered through one of the most transformative periods in the history of technology, and you did so with courage, with creativity, and an unwavering drive to solve problems that really matter. It is my great pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, who has also done just that. Sonali Kohli, Executive Vice President of Digital Transformation and Chief Information Officer at Niagara Health. Ms. Kohli is a nationally recognized leader in healthcare innovation whose work has redefined how digital tech tools can enhance patient care. From remote monitoring to regional access systems, her vision has transformed service delivery for thousands. She has held senior roles at Trillium Health Partners and the University Health Network, and her award-winning programs have been recognized across Canada, including a recent Top Tech Leader Award from the Canada-Indian Tech Council. An educator and mentor, Ms. Kohli teaches in both the University of Toronto's Institute of Health Policy, Management and Evaluation, and McMaster's University MBA program, and serves on the board of Brain Injury Canada. Please join me in welcoming a remarkable changemaker and today's keynote speaker, Sonali Kohli.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, George Brown College faculty and staff, graduates, family, and friends. It is an absolute honor to stand before you today, a group of individuals who are not just graduates, but pioneers. You are the future leaders, thinkers, and innovators of the digital world. Today marks a significant milestone in your journey, but in many ways, it also marks the beginning of the transformative work you are going to do throughout the industries around the globe. In your studies, you've learned how to harness the power of technology to solve problems. But more importantly, you've learned to think creatively, to challenge the status quo, and to envision a future where digital solutions are not just tools, but integral drivers of progress. Let me tell you a little story here. The very first project that I was asked to lead was called Patient Results Online. What this project did was pull data results, lab results from Life Labs to Princess Margaret Hospital at the University Health Network. It's a great tool, but what was the impact? Before the project was implemented, oncology patients would come 2 to 3 hours early to Princess Margaret Hospital, get their blood drawn, wait for hours while their blood results got processed, the results got entered, the clinicians were then able to look at the results, they were then able to go to the chemo appointment. After the project was implemented, those same patients were able to get their blood done 2 to 3 days before their appointment. They would then go to Princess Margaret Hospital at the time of the appointment. No more waiting for these really sick patients. We did that. The project did that. And that's the impact you're going to have. That's my why, and I hope each and every one of you finds your why as you go into this world. We're living in an era of profound digital transformation. The pace of change is accelerating faster than ever before, and businesses across every industry are finding themselves at crossroads. The question isn't if they should embrace digital transformation, but how quickly and effectively they can do so. That question now falls to you. Digital transformation is not just about applying technology. It's about reshaping mindsets, business models, and customer experiences. Think of how retail has changed in the last decade. The pandemic accelerated e-commerce and digitization in ways that we could not imagine. But it also highlighted how businesses that embraced digital transformation not only survived, but thrived. With your learnings here at George Brown College, you have the tools to tackle some of the most pressing challenges of our time, from climate change to inequality to healthcare access. But with this power comes responsibility. You will face ethical dilemmas about data privacy, the equitable use of technology, and the broader social implications of your work. The digital tools you develop and deploy will impact lives, sometimes in ways we can't foresee. Always ask yourselves, how can this innovation serve humanity? How can it enhance, not detract, from people's well-being? As you take the next steps in your careers, I encourage you to be bold in your vision, to think about the intersection of digital transformation and human impact. Embrace the challenges, the unknowns, and the constant evolution of the digital landscape. Learn relentlessly, because the pace of technological change will not slow. But if you're adaptable and resilient, there is no limit to what you can achieve. You are not just graduating today with a degree. You're graduating with the ability to lead the next wave of digital innovation. And as you step into the workforce, I challenge you to be the catalyst of the change that the industries need. Whether you're shaping the future of healthcare, revolutionizing finance, or rethinking how we connect with each other through technology, remember this: you have the power to shape the future. Congratulations to each and every one of you. The world is waiting for your ideas, your vision, and your leadership. Now go out there and change the world, one digital innovation at a time. Thank you.
Thank you for those inspiring words, Ms. Coley. I now invite President Fearon to come forward to present the candidate for an honorary credential in Honors Bachelor of Digital Experience Design. I also invite Chancellor Smith to confer the graduate degree.
Mr. Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you Sonali Kohli as a recipient of the Honors Bachelors of Digital Experience Design, honoris causa.
But it's not done yet. By the authority vested in me as Chancellor of George Brown College, I confer the Honors Bachelor of Digital Experience Design, honoris causa. Congratulations.
It is now my pleasure to introduce our valedictorian for this morning, Ernie Burrows. Ernie is graduating from the Game Programming program. Ernie, will you please come forward to address the graduating class?
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, George Brown College faculty and staff, graduates, families, and friends. First off, thank you. It has been an honor to attend George Brown College with all of you, and you honor me again by selecting me to deliver the valedictorian address. Today is about more than wearing these cool gowns and collecting our pieces of paper. Today is a show of our resilience. Today is about years of effort, long nights, tight deadlines, and the moments we just didn't think we could make it through. Every one of us is crossing a finish line today. Although we crawled just as often as we sprinted, we made it. We survived the labs, lectures, group projects, personal challenges, and unexpected setbacks. Today is proof that we not only persevered, but that we built something real during our time here. Now officially, we get to celebrate that. Getting here involved more than simply pushing through the hard moments. We learned firsthand just how fast technology evolves. We've seen incredible advancements in AI unfold right before our eyes. However, we didn't give up and wait for the storm to pass. No, we stood tall and weathered it. We showed up, stayed curious, and we learned how to think. And along the way, we found help. We connected with classmates, instructors, mentors, and friends. To quote one of my favorite authors, Brandon Sanderson, "A journey will have pain and failure. It's not the steps forward we must accept, it is the stumbles, the trials, and the knowledge that we will fail. If we stop, if we accept the person we are when we fail, the journey ends. That failure becomes our destination. And to love the journey is to accept no such end. The most important step a person can take is always the next one." And I think that's what today's all about. Every one of us has taken that next step. Sometimes slowly, sometimes unsure, but we did it. And that's what makes this moment powerful. Not that we never struggled, but that we kept going. We're walking out of here with more than just a credential. We're leaving with experience, perspective, and momentum. We've grown stronger through our challenges, and we have proven that we can adapt, endure, and move forward, even when the path is unclear. So as we step off this stage tonight towards whatever comes next, remember this: the future won't always be certain, and you might have to build the road to your destination. But we've learned how to keep going. We're not defined by where we stumble, we're defined by what we do after. So take that next step and let it be yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Ernie. We have now reached the part of the ceremony where we award your credentials, your certificates and diplomas, and they become official documents of the college. I invite Chancellor Smith and Vice President DeCourcy to come forward.
Okay, you ready?
Let's go.
All right. Okay. Candidates, are you excited?
That's better.
Okay, please stand. Mr. Chancellor, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates assembled here today have qualified in all respects for their credentials by successfully completing curricula offered by the Center for Arts, Design, and Computer Technology at George Brown College. The registrar has recommended that they be awarded their credentials in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
Then, by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of George Brown College, I do hereby confer on you your respective certificates and diplomas with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the candidates not present, I request that you confer their credentials in absentia.
I so do.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Graduates, please take a seat.
We are pleased to present the new graduates individually to Chancellor Smith and President Farron. Before we do so, we have a congratulatory message from Minister Nolan Quinn from the Ministry of Colleges and Universities, Research, Excellence, and Security.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nolan Quinn, Ontario's Minister of Colleges, Universities, Research Excellence, and Security. Congratulations to the newest graduates of George Brown College. Today marks a significant achievement, the result of your dedication, perseverance, and hard work over the course of your studies. You've earned this moment, and you should be incredibly proud of all you've accomplished. The knowledge and skills you've developed at George Brown will serve you well as you take your next steps, whether in the workforce, further studies, or entrepreneurial pursuits. Your expertise is in high demand, and Ontario needs your talents to help shape the future of our economy. Our government is proud to invest in post-secondary education that leads to real opportunities, helping graduates thrive and keeping Ontario strong, innovative, and competitive. Enjoy this well-deserved celebration. And once again, congratulations. Thank you.
To show our respect for each graduate, please remain in your seats until the last graduate has crossed the stage. Graduates, as you make your way across the stage, please follow the printed footsteps on the floor. I now invite our announcer, Patrick Kwok-chun, to come to the podium on the other side. Patrick is a graduate of the George Brown College Theatre School.
Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, it is my honor to present to you the graduating class of 2025 from the Center for Arts, Design, and Information Technology, the School of Computer Technology, from the Computer Programmer Analyst Program, Dalha Tenzin. From the Computer Programming and Analysis Program, Damanpreet Singh with honors. Harsh Chaudhary. Inderjit Kaur. Niraj Kumar with honors. Owais Ali Khan. Ramtin Abulfazli with honors. Human Afsharnia. Nigar Ahmadova with honors. Shalom Osamagbe Edian. Fahad Al-Hadefi, with honors. Amar Mohammed Ali. Shirin Husseini Ali. J. Ishwarbai Adavadi. Nithian Anapurani Valuvan. Sandra Anthony. Valeria Arce. Anthony Aritzi, with honors. Adi Badala, with honors. Dhruv Anil Kumar Barot. Arsalan Batuev. Pratham Vipul Kumar Bavlawala. Ronan Patrick Bihan. Melina Bezadi Nejad, with honors. Somit Banderi. Nisarg Bati, with honors. Pradham Brambat. Ralph Canless. Lucas Caridi, with honors. William Cham Zang. Utsav Rakeshbai Changani. Soham Dashratbai Chodari. Heli Chauhan, with honors. Tanvir Chauhan. Tisha Chauhan. Mihir Chavan. Fernando Daniel Chavez Solares. Chavi Chabra. Hisu Cho. Pilkuk Edwin Chung. Oleg Kristiev. Matthew Chiavarella. Merve Koskun. Troy Del Rosario. Valentin Ehi Chioa. Rachel Ray Etchore. Daniel John III David Fajardo. Ayan Faruqi. James Furake. Samuel Gallego Rivera, with honors. Dev Rakesh Kumar Gandhi. Higa Godz Mohammadi, with honors. Alexis Gorospe. Berlian Gregory, with honors. Manvi Gumber. Amanda Gurney, with honors. Miguel Angel Gutierrez Serrano. Kanish Hirpara. Ali Utsmantdasro Deshti, with honors. Li Nut Kwa Huin. Daria Ignateva, with honors. Seren Issi. Kei Ishikawa. Rhoda Issa. Ans Joju. Isha Chetankumar Joshi. Mehmet Ali Kaba, with honors. Utsav Kalpeshbai Kalathia. Abhishek Kumar Kamat. Anshul Kamboya. Sifatprit Kaur. Zachary Keatings. Jemish Kevadia. Nandani Jesukbai Kevadia. Hamza Khan. Manya Kular. Neil Kinariwala. Daniel Konjarski, with honors. Ishika Dashratbai Koshia. Smit Harshalbai Kotia. Simon Krikshunas with honors. Drunil Bharatkumar Kumbani. Deep Rajubbai Lakani. Giovanni Alec Lavilla. Than Vu Lee. Jessica Lee. Qingxi Liu with honors. Gacian Lopez Bezerra. David Lubwama. Om Nilesh Kumar Makwana with honors. Kashyap Mavani. Ian McDonald. Nicole Milmine. Milan Mislov. Dorsa Mohammadi with honors. Parissa Mohammad Karinimi. Suban Mohammed Abdul. Leela Mudiganti. Rathish Muthukarupan. Ifat Amin Nabila with honors. Ahad Nasrat. Nu Nam Win. Ferdos Yasin Nir Hussein. Keyor Keshfab Bai Odedara. Jason Opoku. Akorede Osunkoya. Harshil Prakashbai Padsala. Tanmay Nikunjbai Panchal. Drasti Prageshnu Kumar Parik with honors. Karen Parmar. Avni Patel. Deep Patel with honors. Dhruvi Patel. Dia Vijay Kumar Patel. Jeel Patel. Karm Jagdish Patel. Meet Dikpakbai Patel with honors. Milan Arvind Kumar Patel with honors. Naya Yogesh Kumar Patel. Param Patel. Parth Kumar Mukeshbai Patel with honors. Miyushbai Patel. Prem Alpeshbai Patel. Shyam Patel with honors. Tresha Mehul Patel. Leonardo Martins Pereira. Karn Urmish Kumar Prajapati. Vatsal Prajapati. Marcus Quitiquit. Ashish Rajan Sherry. Pedram Raji. Ankitha Rala. Harin Ramasani with honors. Joanna Romero. Jose Brito Saji with honors. Anar Samadzadeh. Mantej Singh Samra. Kalp Manoj Kumar Segani. Leonid Serebryanikov. Janil Nilesh Shah. Mohammad Sahil Sheikh. Basil Shaji. Cheng Shi. Dilvir Singh. Tanil Smith Edwards. Maria Alexandrovna Sofronova. Andrew Stewart. Amar Sultan with honors. Ponpaji Sonkadiditi with honors. Paradi Supapian. Aditya Suri, Sujal Rajeshbhai Sutaria, Rushil Vikas Kumar Tamakuwala, Naomi Teklu, Tamer Terchiev with honors, Margaret Terechenko with honors, Krish Tucker, Krishna Piyush Tucker, Tenzin Finley, Jorel Escota Tigbayan, Audrey Chandra with honors, Abdul Gafar Adeseye Towolawi, Duk Nang Tran with honors, Tui Ki Dwing Trung with honors, Tushar Tyagi, Lyobov Uchamprina, Tirth Vachhita, Bhavya Vagela, Sebastian Veron Moreno, Hemin Vavadia, Mohammed Vora, Hao Yun Yang with honors, Justin Ye with honors, Ivan Zakrevsky, Sherry Zare with honors, Om Hemang Zaveri with honors, Chao Min Trong with honors, Michael West, Mobina Sadat Zargari with honors, Akin Zong, from the Computer Systems Technician Program, Gurpreet Kaur, Harshdeep Kaur, Jagjit Kaur, Jasprit Kaur, Jatin, Kushprit Kaur, Perminder Kaur with honors, Veer Tanvir, Himal Archeria, Mahir Noor Ahmed, Fatiha Akhtar, Shaharia Alam, MD Jahidul Islam Alif, Nazanin Alizadeh Fuladi with honors, Salah Al-Mazlum, Abdulani Mohammed Amir, Reginald Owusu Ansa, Ronit Bachra with honors, Daniel Benjamin, David Bernaz, Kunal Singh Bandari, Anmol Bardwaj, Madan Bista, Sujan Bike, Giovanni Cabilogan, Amadeo Caporuscio, Divya Chaudhary, Lakshmi Chalia, Shireen Sultana Chaudhary with honors, Deborah Daniel, Muskan Parimal Desai, Rishab Dawan, Gaurav Durya, Churchill Chukunonso Enyagam, Arvin Gazizadeh, Anna Golikova, Manjot Grual, Arsham Hashmizadeh, Shihab Hossein, Aftar Hussain, Divansh India, Ram Karki, Jashanprit Kaur, Jasleen Kaur, Samarvir Kaur, Savleen Kaur, Dipesh Kadka, Salman Ahmed Khan, Surendra Bahadur Khatri, Urvi J. Kikani, Pema Wangmo Lama, Prakanda Lama, Mohsin Liaquat, Daryl Lim, Rodrigo Lima Calvancante, Roshan Limbu, Eduardo Javier Lur Alcivar, Mohammad Malik, Jason Manzano, Gabriel Melo de Fritas, Aga Hassan Merchant with honors, Jonathan Messina, Rainer Paul Nieto Nasino, Gunal Nasibova, Divraj Newpain, Trong An Weng, Patience Niu Baha Jiru, Adam Omer, Ansh Jignesh Kumar Patel, Umang Kumar Jagdishbhai Patel, Jeremy Puikan Rivera, Janatul Ferdush Pushpo, Tharun Raghuram, Dipla Sampang Rai, Rhyme Ryan, Mario Junior Trist Rayala with honors, Kushman Seni, Ranvir Seni, Jatin Sethi, Mohammad Shaharyar, Anand Sharma with honors, Chandra Mohan Singh, Harsh Singh, Jashan Singh, Taranprit Singh with honors, Hin Shing So with honors, Karaman Singh Soni, George Sumi, Lei Vin Ke Ta, Muhammad Ali Taliku, Black Tanjong, Fadim Taskinsoy, Arundev Thandaseri Gopi with honors, Bipin Tharu, Danushigan Thavayogora Ja, Abi Thomas, Divansh Upadhyay, Abdulmanan Rizwabai Vahora, Gladson Varghese Sam, Sibten Vora, Hoa Ho Vo, Devin Wong, Candice Williams, Thant Zin Win with honors, Anurag Yadav, Kripalsin Zala, Philip Zhu, from the Computer Systems Technology program, Mesam Abutora Bian with honors, Rabah Al-Rawi with honors. Kurosh Aryafar with honors. Archie Baroy. Kieran Campbell with honors. Erica Joy Kahilig Guelos with honors. Mathishan Ganasingam. Hita Gupta with honors. Mahir Haq with honors. Rashid Ismail. Anaf Khan. Marcelo Franco Magofeke Luco. Vincent Anthony Mirando with honors and Dean's Honor recipient. Cameron McCallum with honors. Rania Mohammed Yusuf. Mikhailo Mikhailenko with honors. Vedant Panchal with honors. Abhi Nitesh Kumar Patel. Kevin Patel. Parth Patel. Ria Patel. Srishti Harshadbai Patel. Vruti Himanshubai Patel. Philip Adam Rolfe with honors. Abdullah Omar Saifuddin with honors. Paul Santinhos. Quinn Seguin with honors. Rushil Shiroya. Benz Soliga with honors. Suyog Bharat Taware. Thomas Zanella with honors. From the Game Programming Program, Tanvir Ahmed with honors. Alijan Alishan with honors. Millie Burak Ashju. Cameron Bryson. Ernest Burrows with honors. Roger Courtemanche with honors. Thomas Farron. Elliot Hazley Brown. Pavani Jalapati. Owen Keys with honors. Hitesh Kumar Sharma. Benjamin Lemaistre with honors. Devin Mahadeo with honors. Anafrio Miserere with honors. Mohammed Mzafar. Yunjung Park with honors. Brandon Kwok. Mien Udin Kabir Rico. Raven Stinson with honors. Reynaldo Suarez Rogiero. Rakib Suleiman. Jacob Wax with honors. Chloe Wong. From the Blockchain Development Program, Altaf Ali. Athika Fatima with honors. Robin Alexander. Dev Shetal with honors. Divya Darmini. Iman El-Sefai. Ayokolade Emmanuel Erinle with honors. John Escalante with honors. David Huhu. Nodirbek Islomov. Kayvon Jagasar. Godfrey Jonas with honors. Wahaj Kazmi. Lakshay Malhotra, Tanuj Malhotra, Alan Mataire, Pavni Miglani with honors. Aratrika Mukherjee with honors. Anish Kumar Pakej Kumar Patel with honors. Nithin Raj with honors. Ritika. Darsh Bhavin Kumar Shah with honors. Vikram Singh with honors. Kirill Spitzing with honors. Tushar Tiwari with honors. From the Health Informatics Program, Bilal Afzal Amir with honors. Mary Akame. Opeyemi Abigail Aledekoyi with honors. Yashika Aneja. Mugdha Sanjay Arde with honors. Nurat Modopiola Owonbiowu with honors. Rohit Roy Badri with honors. Arezu Baksha with honors. Apurva Chavda with honors. Sucharitha Divi with honors. Habletha Dolicho with honors. Vidyaharin Doreswamy with honors. Henrietta Dua. Lawrence Emma Ugulu with honors. Krishna Santosh Gandivikar with honors. Kajal Gauri with honors. Diana Siani Guillermo Ladera with honors. MD Shamsul Haq. Aditi Jadeja. Lamia Jamus. Abigail Julius Chakuma with honors. Roshan Kasti with honors. Harshada Kataria with honors. Tanzila Khan with honors. Roma Kolhi with honors. Venkata Sai Jannavi Koli with honors. Achal Mago with honors. Parvina Devi Mahadio. Hamza Malik with honors. Nabila Mariam with honors. Dara Mehta with honors. Fiona Mohammed with honors. Abdurrahman Momodu with honors. Rama Muralidhar Geetha with honors. Pelumi Ogbe. Ayomipo Opesu Ogunsanya with honors. Success Okarike with honors. Chisom Ogbuka Oruruoa with honors. Joshua Owusu. Chirag Patel with honors. Saima Patel with honors. Shreyas Narayan Patil with honors. Smriti Paul with honors. Kavya Rao Polsani with honors. Shashank Pushkar with honors. Alison Rivelroy with honors. Sambad Rupaketi with honors. Anjali Alpeshbai Sagparia. Masa Samadhi with honors. Bhavani Sethuraman with honors. Atida Simbanda with honors. Ramesh Suklal Singh with honors. Priyanka Srinivas. Katrine Suleiman with honors. Kusumakar Thadi Reddy with honors. Romi Thapa with honors. Nikki Vittal with honors. Anuhya Wathada with honors. Amani Yagob with honors. Sai Ratan Yelige with honors. From the Information Systems Business Analysis Program, Hanifa with honors. Komal with honors. Seda Safia with honors. Yosef Akile. Olua Timileyin Joanna Abioye with honors. Akintunde Kelvin Adagonodo with honors. Opeyemi Oluwadamiola Adedeji with honors. Dupe Olasunbo Adeyemi with honors. Anushka Agarwal. Chakuka Akozor with honors. Diego Fabian Alvarez Cubillos with honors. Pinal Hemant Kumar Amin with honors. George Anyanwu with honors. Aishwarya Aravind Kumar. Olorunsola Avan Nomayo with honors. Aaron Bahadur. Nishta Balal with honors. Opeolua Michael Bankole with honors. Sharon De Silva. Shelton De Souza with honors. Manib E. Iram. Sneha Babu Ianath with honors. Eric Fajardo Valdez with honors. Manisha Gimiri. Keshav Dutt Godial. Satya Supriya Golapali with honors. Somya Grover with honors. Gargi Gupta with honors. Shervin Helalipar Gali with honors. Chijioke Iheme with honors. Kelly Izekeli with honors. Avni Jain. Mia Saad Javed with honors. Ria Juneja with honors. Shivam Karangutkar with honors. Imran Khan. Muhammad Ishaq Khan with honors. Owais Ali Khan with honors. Vasu Khanna with honors. Arzu Shokat Khatri with honors. Hardik Koshia with honors. Kweku Ankra Larti with honors. Ashni Jolita Lasrado with honors. Wing She Lao with honors. Tsi Kwan Leung with honors. Joel William with honors. Toma Masakoi. Deborah Matumo with honors. Anthony Molade with honors. Tasnim Saleh Motara. Aswathi Nath with honors. Ibukunlo Olua Olukoko with honors. Mehir Bir Pandey with honors. Jay Pathak with honors. Neha Patil with honors. Mohammed Mabood-e Rabani. Manashri Raja with honors. Jetal Rajendran Kathavarayan with honors. Manasi Damodar Rain with honors. Teresa Roby with honors. Dev Serene with honors. Jinsi Ketulkumar Shah with honors. Nimisha Sureshbai Shah with honors. Rajvi Shah with honors. Chakshu Sharma. Nikita Sharma. Shreya Sharma with honors. Yash Shailesh Shethia. Nivdita Singh. Kirti Takrani. Chetan Reddy. Nupur Thakkar with honors. Ameya Ann Thomas with honors. Umang Atul Varia with honors. Vaibhav Verma with honors. Shruti Yadanapudi with honors. Alejandro Zambrano Kopp. From the Wireless Networking Program, Omar Farouk. Lakshay Chaudhary. Kunzang Deshin with honors. Ashani Gobardhan. Roland Jiawu. Samudith Kumarasinghe. Vladislav Lapchensky with honors. Pearl Okai. David Tamunonye Otasanya. Ria Nithinbai Patel. Zacharias Joel Pinto. Leander James Prasad Jayasingh. Mansoor Sheikh. Amik Sidhu with honors. Niharika Sood. From the Mobile Application Development and Strategy Program, Jessica with honors. Kirtan with honors. Tejinder Singh with honors. Akintoye Aruganmati with honors. Daniel Bocantero with honors. Jaskirat Kaur Brar with honors. Wan Ting Chan with honors. Chun Ho Choi with honors. Julius Dijon with honors. Jorge Luis Galarraga Prince with honors. Anuj Kumar Pankajir Goswami with honors. Gagan Singh Gruwal with honors. Rajan Gurung with honors. Tianyang Han with honors. Yan Jiang with honors. Maria Nilaska with honors. Luisian Chidera Nwanku with honors. Hatish Maheshbai Patel with honors. Julia Prats Vega with honors. Pabita Poon with honors. Amal Raju with honors. Soundarya Ramesh with honors. Jonathan Jesus Ruatege Iturisaga, with honors. Vaishnavi Selvakumar, with honors. Siddharth Parmanand Shahani, with honors. Roshan Shrestha, with honors. Gurpreet Singh. Tarun Shokin, with honors. Sankarnath Suresh. Dhruv Dineshbhai Taylor, with honors. Ting Yuen Tam, with honors. Manthan Thakur, with honors. Rajan Vireshbhai Thakur, with honors. Adi Abhishek Diagarajan, with honors. Aftab Idrishbhai Vora, with honors. Dwij Virani, with honors. From the Applied AI Solutions Development Program, Himani, with honors. Muhammad Bilal Dilbar Hussain, with honors. Shivani, with honors. Tanu Arora, with honors. Jonathan Girma Abibi, with honors. Gabriel Akinaga Okasaki, with honors. Vignesh Prabhu Alajirisamy, with honors. Paruhang Agdembe, with honors. Jose Anicio Pereira Jr., with honors. Aksa Ann Saji, with honors. Damran Raj Singh Vijay Singh Barad. Vignesh Baskaran, with honors. Yunus Bensasi Noor, with honors. Harshal Basgori, with honors. Harsh Babsar, with honors. Mitali Butt, with honors. Ridhiben Nayankumar Brambat. Brolio Jose Cepedes Acosta, with honors. King Yim Chan, with honors. Jishan Chaudhary. Rashika Dabas, with honors. Mahesh Dadhish, with honors. Ron Katrina Dimakulagan, with honors. Ednaldo Gonsalves. Vinayak Goyal, with honors. Karma Gurung, with honors. Eltijani Hamadel Nil, with honors. Saeed Hosseinzadeh, with honors. Alimul Hassan Jami, with honors. Isha Jaiswal, with honors. Karthikeyan Jayabalasantaram, with honors. Krutagna Hiteshbhai Joshi, with honors. Sai Karthik Kalidos, with honors. Erinda Kaplani, with honors. Pranali Karande, with honors. Gautam Katari, with honors. Mojan Kaviyanipur, with honors. Renish Samir Kimani, with honors. Kamud Koli, with honors. Bibek Koirala, with honors. Kriti Prakash Komati, with honors. Aditya Koshti, with honors. Bikesh Kunwar, with honors. Sujay Silas Makwan, with honors. Simran Nisar Modi, with honors. Sujath Mohammed, with honors. Karthikeyan Muthusamy. Jeffrey Ng with honors. Luis Alfredo Nogales Alvarez with honors. Mohamed Osman with honors. Dinkar Nankumar Pai. Ricardo Polio Vargas with honors. Mansi Rajsiak Cha with honors. Kajal Rajoria with honors. Palak Rohila with honors. Ashwin Sadesh Kumar with honors. Sakshi Sareen. Haris Kumar Sathi Kumar with honors. Aaron Sebastian. Adnan Farooq Sheikh with honors. Satyajit Singh with honors. Milena Siquiera Guimares with honors. Anujit Siwach with honors. Julio Cesar Socher with honors. Priyanka Yadhav Suresh with honors. Vidit Suri with honors. Saida Ayub Surti with honors. Paniz Tafreshi with honors. Tanya Tewatia with honors. Sabiran Thapa with honors. Gagan Tuli with honors. Dipta Uchil with honors. Surya V with honors. Madhumita Virasethu with honors. Vithushan Vijayanathan. Bo Shwe with honors. Krishna Zala with honors. Jing Zan with honors. From the Cybersecurity Program, Alina Joskati. Prayuj Ravi Acharya with honors. Samuel Adeshina. Olua Demilade Akinbode with honors. Manimaran Arumugam with honors. Shivakumar Bewar. Prithvi Harshad Badra. Suparna Das. Nimad Nimesh Desai with honors. Alekya Shri Varshini Dodi. Insha Fatima with honors. Rurilan Nazarene, Florida with honors. David Ideawe Daniel. Shadman Hassan. Amna Hissam with honors. Femi Iriabe. Boluwaduru Iapo. Sharon James with honors. Saran Babu Jayakumar Kalpana. Rivanth Madala. Jemish Arvinbai Mania with honors. Harshit Mittal with honors. Jeffrey Kwaku Okra. Smita Sanjay Pandi. Perva Paroch with honors. Rahul Samirbai Patel. Monisha Pathuri with honors. J. Deep Rawat. Prabjot Singh Sains with honors. M. Salman Mustafa Shah. Ahnuf Anaf Shariarer, with honors. Miguel Wenki Silva Chu, with honors. Aman Prakashbai Singh, with honors. Wesley Niranjan Siravindiren, with honors. Jun Sun. Cyril Uambo. Ajmal Tejil, with honors. Leonardo Ivan Torres Ochoa, with honors. Osamwede Uswanlele. Deepika Veranki. From the Cloud Computing Technologies program, Anchal, with honors. Jaskaran, with honors. Karamjit Kaur, with honors. Aryan Ashish Ajagokand, with honors. Deepankar Arora, with honors. Rahul Badugu, with honors. Aisha Modibho Bakari, with honors. Asim Bataju, with honors. Parul Batish, with honors. Mignesh Rajesh Birdi, with honors. Shreya Bhutia, with honors. Nitish Kumar Chala, with honors. Calvin Charles, with honors. Pranitha Chekuri, with honors. Maria Julia Kuro, with honors. Vedant Jabreshwar Dave, with honors. Musael Tekel Debretsian, with honors. Aman Pinkesh Kumar Desai, with honors. Kalp Pankil Kumar Desai, with honors. Ayan Ali Dosani, with honors. Richlin Clement D'Souza, with honors. Karan Goravbai Gadani, with honors. Richie Gamiao, with honors. Vamsi Krishna Gandhi, with honors. Shireen Ganguly, with honors. Elvis Salorm Kwame Glover, with honors. Jamish Gounder, with honors. Rutvijaba Bagiratin Jadeja, with honors. Tanmay Junjunwala, with honors. Jamie Joy, with honors. Lionel Kamsue Nana, with honors. Yuvansh Kapoor. Shweta Ansuyaprasad Kestwal, with honors. Sanjoli Kool, with honors. Hamid Musharraf Kathbuddin, with honors. Bosco Verghese Katikat, with honors. Gaurav Malaram, with honors. Muksit Akbar Mantu, with honors. Pratiksha Mathur, with honors. Chinedu Jennifer Mbebu, with honors. Adrian Menezes, with honors. Koshal Mithani, with honors. Usman Navid, with honors. Ikeni Dilichuku Chinonso Ogbodo, with honors. Jelly Padura, with honors. Vivek Jatinkumar Panchal, with honors. Arti Sumatibai Patel, with honors. Dhruti Jitendra Kumar Patel, with honors. Het Vijay Kumar Patel, with honors. Ratvik Nitin Kumar Patel, with honors. Sanket Jayawant Patil, with honors. Yadu Krishna Ram Panusami, with honors. Deepan Kumar Ponusami Gunasakeran, with honors. J. Jitendra Kumar Prajapati, with honors. Mohammed Mujtaba Rabani, with honors. Abidur Rahman, with honors. Hassan Sami Hassan Rame, with honors. Anita Raj, with honors. Florence Abraham Rubin, with honors. Melissa Rivera Alejandre, with honors. Ryan Muhammad Rofikuzaman, with honors. Anmol Sadhu, with honors. Viraj Rajendra Satpurkar, with honors. Moiz Masroor Sheikh, with honors. Sanjay Simkada, with honors. Yash Rameshbai Someya, with honors. Basil Alias, with honors. Duc Min Koi Tran, with honors. Jeet Dilabhai Varhadia, with honors. Nahal Vazan, with honors. Madhavi Vulasa, with honors. Dasuni Uthpala Wikramasinghe, with honors. Aviral Abel Willie, with honors. Kadus Woldemanuel, with honors. Sarah Zahed Paksad, with honors. Ivan Zotz, with honors. Please join me in congratulating the graduating class of 2025.
Graduates, you did it. I invite you to rise and ask that you remain in the auditorium until the platform party has left the stage. And please join us in the lobby to meet up with your faculty and staff for some light refreshments. I now declare these convocation ceremonies closed. 1, 2, 3.